They were supposed to walk down the aisle, but something explosive shattered everything. Subscribe, like, and comment right now if you love deep dive celebrity revelations, because what I'm about to tell you is a story nobody expected, a twist even their closest circle could not predict. A moment when love met reality and everything collapsed like a glass heart falling from a balcony. The whisper started in the most unexpected way, not in front of flashing cameras or glimmering red carpets, but in silence. A silence so heavy it echoed around the glamorous world surrounding Yağmur, Yüksel, and Barış Baktaş. For months, fans were convinced the couple was heading toward a fairy tale wedding. Sweet glances, affectionate moments, and carefully chosen words made their romance look invincible. Yet behind the scenes, beneath those polished public smiles, another story was brewing, one made of insecurity, pride, family pressures, and the shadow of doubt creeping into every conversation. They say every great love story either ends in a ring or a revelation, and for this one, it was revelation. Sources close to both sides began hinting at the same thing: the couple had reached the edge, not because of the lack of love, but because love alone was not enough to silence the questions, the rumors, and the invisible hands pulling them in different directions. Imagine the scene: late-night discussions, unanswered messages, arguments whispered behind closed doors, and that heartbreaking realization that sometimes timing is the true villain. Paparazzi footage captured the shift before the world even knew. Yağmur's eyes, once sparkling, once filled with excitement, now carried a storm. Barış, always calm and composed, looked distracted, distant, burdened by something heavier than the spotlight. The gossip industry leaned forward like a predator sensing the moment its prey falters. Camera lenses followed every breath, waiting for a crack to become a collapse. And slowly it did. Insiders whispered that jealousy had stepped into the room long before either of them realized it. A message seen at the wrong time, a conversation overheard, a photo misinterpreted suddenly, trust needed proof, and love demanded justification. Public life became a battlefield. Every comment on social media, every speculative headline, every fan theory about Barış's friendships or Yağmur's growing career ambitions created a pressure cooker neither could escape. Was there betrayal? Was there manipulation? Was someone whispering poison into their ears? The world may never know the exact truth, but rumors swirled like smoke around a flame. Some said a protective family member interfered, dropping words like seeds that eventually grew into thorn-covered doubts. Others claimed the success of one and the rising trajectory of the other created an unspoken tension, an imbalance love alone could not mend. And then there were those who insisted a third party's presence, even if purely social, fueled insecurities that had already been simmering beneath the surface. Through all this, the fans became soldiers of their own emotions. Comment sections flooded with heartbreak, anger, confusion, and hope. "How can this happen?" they cried. They were perfect. Screens lit up with hashtags, fan edits, dramatic theories, and emotional vows that maybe, just maybe, this was only temporary, that sometimes love must walk through fire to be reborn stronger. But for now, the fairy tale paused. In a world where every step is recorded, every glance interpreted, every silence magnified, Yağmur and Barış did something unexpected. They chose not to marry. Not because the love was gone, but because they feared losing themselves in the pressure, losing the sincerity of the bond that once felt like destiny. They stood on the edge of forever and stepped back. The night the decision surfaced, they didn't make a grand announcement. No dramatic press statements. No glossy photos. Just a quiet acknowledgement. Two hearts choosing truth over performance, choosing the possibility of healing over the illusion of perfection. Yağmur with grace in her sadness. Barış with maturity in his silence. Each walking separately, yet not necessarily away forever, just away from a date, a ring, a promise made under strain rather than peace. And, truly, isn't that the most bittersweet form of love, when you care enough to pause a dream rather than destroy it? Fans still search for hints, watching every move, hoping for reconciliation, or bracing for a new chapter where destiny takes a different form. Whether they reunite in a blaze of passion or stand strong as individuals who once shared something beautiful, one thing is certain: their story isn't a failure, it's human. And humanity is the rawest form of romance. If you've watched this emotional journey with a trembling heart, if you believe love can return even after it breaks, or if you think some connections are simply too powerful to vanish, hit subscribe, drop your comments, and smash that like button. Tell me, do you think Yağmur and Barış will find their way back to each other someday? Or is this the final chapter of a love we all believed in? Your voice matters, and who knows? In the world of impossible love stories, miracles always prefer to arrive when no one expects them. Stay tuned, stay emotional, and don't forget, sometimes the most beautiful stories are the ones that don't end in marriage, but in growth.